95 Hyundai Coupe Turbo, 1.5 litre petrol engine on the N-Reg, 1.5 petrol turbocharged engine there. Makes all the right noises, this one. Bodywork wise, we're going to start off the bonnet, work our way around the car onto the interior, then we'll go for an engine startup. Across the bonnet itself there, we've got a few little rust webs starting, and the bonnet is sitting up on one side, but apart from that, all nice and tidy. A few little bird peel marks here and there, and the odd little tree sap mark. Does want a bit of a machine polish in place. We've got a little bit of rust across the front there. Headlights are nice and clear on both sides. Bumper corner, left-hand side, you can see it's had a little bit of work there at some point. It's been marked. I think someone's tried to paint it and not done a particularly well job. Bit of lacquer peel underneath the headlight there, but the right-hand side's nice and clean and tidy. Going round that right-hand side front wing, we have got some surface rust starting on the wing itself. The rest of the wing seems to be okay, but you're going to want to get that rectified. Across the lower half of the sill section, all nice and tidy, but again, we've got some fading to the paint, the odd little mark where people have been jumping out and scuffed the top edge off the paint off. The lower half of the door, body kit, plastic mouldings there look to be okay. Up the driver's door's nice and straight, no scratching around the handle, no big chips out the back edge of the door. Wing mirror cap is crack free on both sides, although there is some lacquer peel on the top of the wing mirror. Some corrosion at the front of the roof there. Front of the roof, around the aerial, and a few little chips across the front edge of the roof there. Around the sunroof, all nice and tidy, and the rest of the roof all seems to be nice and shiny, nice and red with those lovely big wrap-round curved windows on the back there. Coming down that rear quarter, again, you'll see some corrosion on the rear arch on the right-hand side. A little bit more at the back of the quarter where it meets the seam for the underneath the light there. You can see a little bit of bubbling there. Rear lights are all nice and clean and tidy. Bumper corners scuff-free. As we come around the left-hand side again, we've got a scuff on there with some attempted paint work, making it a little bit flat on the paint side of things. Lights are all nice and clear all the way across the back with a little crack in the left-hand side one. Bit of a heavier scratch there on the back of the boot underneath the spoiler. Boot lid itself is all nice and tidy. The spoiler's a little bit orange compared to the rest of the bodywork on there. As we come round that left-hand side rear quarter, all nice and tidy there. Bit of rust kicking off on the arch there, but underneath the paint once again, no chips around the fuel filler cap. Coming forward onto the lower half of that rear quarter, you'll see we've got some scuffs down there on the plastic mouldings on the bottom of the door there. Working forward on the passenger door again, a few little scuffs and scrapes across the plastic mouldings on there. No scratching around the handle, not too bad across the top of the door there. Wing mirror carpets again, crack free, but we have got some fade and some scuffs on it there on the front. And again, we've got a few bits of rust coming through on that front arch on the left-hand side. Interior wise, nice and tidy on the door card, no complaints with that there, no rips, no tears, a little bit of sacking of the cloth, but all nice and tidy. The seat itself has got a bit of a rip in it on the seat. It's been stitched back up at some point, but apart from that, they're really comfy as well. Apart from that, not too bad. We've got aftermarket Momo wheel fitted with the boost gates, bit of a 90s nostalgia there. Across the dials nice and clean, and down the centre console there, we've got a sort of double din head unit fitted. But apart from that, nice and tidy. This seat folds forward, back seats are lovely and tidy on both sides there. No real complaints with that. Into the boot, we've got some spare parts, turbo heat shield there, set of springs in the back of here as well. I'm just going to move them forward so we can lift up this boot floor if my fat fingers will fit. And we're going to have a look at the boot floor there. Bear with us a second. Have a look at the boot floor in there. Right, left-hand side, front again, door cards nice and tidy, no rips or tears there. All nice and tidy up the seat itself with no rips or tears. Lovely and clean and tidy on that passenger front seat. Both seats folding forward as they should, and again, lovely and tidy on the left-hand side from the rear there. Into the engine bay now. Like I say, 1.5 litre turbo, it does need a bonnet stay. Tristan's going to fire it into life for us here. Cold startup as well, we'll see what it's like on the tick over. Oh, no hesitation from that, you'll see we've got a nice big flutter on there. You can see the turbo down there as well. Ticking over nice and happy, not rattling, not knocking, not banging. So I'll go around the exhaust, Tristan. I know she's cold, don't rev it too much, but let's see if there's anything comes out the exhaust there. Go on, Tris. Not throwing any smoke out there, that was a little bit more than a little rev, wasn't it? Tristan's just checked the turbos working there, and there you have it. The Hyundai Coupe Turbo on the N, 1.5 litre petrol turbo.